Hello, my name is Annie McClellan. Welcome to Quality Girl Time. For me, quality girl time is spending time with friends, sometimes by myself, doing the arts and crafts projects that I so enjoy. Today, I'm going to show you how to color eggs. You can use these for Easter. Maybe you have another holiday you'd like to use them for. So first, let's start with supplies. I get together a baking pan, a cookie cooling rack, my dies. These you can buy in any grocery store. They're food safe dies, and that's what you want for something that you're planning to eat later. I know you think the shell is very hard, but it is still porous, so anything that goes on the outside of the egg will be on the inside of the egg. I have containers. I like to have containers that are large enough for a single egg at a time and deep enough so that the egg can be fully submerged. I use stickers, and then I also have some tongs to keep my hands a little less dyed, although it will eventually wash out. And I have some brushes. Well, let's get started. I like to start with fresh, hard-boiled eggs. To boil an egg, I place the eggs in a cooking pot, cover them with water at least an inch, and then bring the water to a full boil. When it comes to a full boil, then I turn the heat off, allow it to sit for 12 minutes, and then rinse the eggs in cool water until they're able to be handled. I make the dyes thinking about the color wheel. Yellow, red, blue, these are your primary colors. Now I know this yellow doesn't really look yellow, and so sometimes I'm a bit confused about which colors I'm actually working with. Because of that, I get a cardstock strip, dip it into the dye, just so that I can test the color and see what it is. So here I have arranged cardstock strips in the same way that I have my dyes arranged. Yellow and red, two primaries, make the secondary orange. Yellow and blue, two primaries, make the secondary green, and blue and red make the secondary purple. And that's how I have my dye baths arranged here. There are a lot of different things we can do. Let's just start to color an egg. Again, I'm going to use the tongs to place the egg in the dye bath, just to keep my hands out of it. Let's start with red. One thing I learned in my testing is that it doesn't seem to matter as much how many drops of dye go into the dye bath as it matters how long the egg stays in the dye bath. I'll show you. It's already taking on a pink hue. The longer it stays, the darker it's going to get. And you can see that here in these two pink eggs. Another thing that I enjoy doing is putting stickers on the eggs, either a white egg or a colored egg. We'll start with a white egg. You can use any kind of a sticker, really. These are some stickers left over from a garage sale. These paper reinforcements used to be in my husband's office. And these are just some miscellaneous stickers. If you have kids, you have stickers. So then you just cover the egg with as many stickers as you'd like to use. I have one here, pre-prepared. And we'll put this in the dye bath. Let's go with green. It's hard to get it out. That's better. I clean off my tongs in between each dip because otherwise I'll be muddying the colors. Let's take a look at the progress of pink. It's getting there. An interesting thing to see on this egg is the lines in the egg, and that has to do with the shell itself. I haven't found a way to control that. However, I have found a way to use that. So we'll just save this to the side. And we will look at how you might use the stripes that are on this egg. In this egg, we've covered it with rubber bands, just simple rubber bands to use as a resist. And we'll drop this in a dye bath. Now remembering in this case the colors. You can mix two of the primary colors to get a secondary color, but when you add in the third primary color, it becomes muddy. This one is orange, so I could go either to the yellow, which won't make much of a change with this egg, or to the red. So we'll go with red. This is one I prepared a little earlier. I started with pink, put on the rubber bands, and then dipped it in the blue. And so you can see the result that we get from this. One thing I like to do is to make the eggs shiny. In order to do that, remembering that you want them to be food safe, I use a little cooking oil. Any cooking oil will do. You can rub the cooking oil on the egg. You get a shiny result, and it's still quite edible. I cut up a paper towel roll, just a strip, and it makes a perfect stand to display your egg. Let's see how our pink is progressing. Still pretty orange. We'll give it a few more minutes. And we left a green egg in the bath with stickers. We'll let this dry for a few moments. It's important also to remember that the stickers will be removed much more easily, much more readily, once the sticker is dry. The eggshell is porous, as I mentioned, and so the liquid is actually helping to adhere some of that adhesive. So we'll let that dry. But I do have an egg that we have already dyed, and we can remove the stickers. This egg started out yellow, and we overdyed it in orange. Another thing that the oil is helpful with is to remove some of the adhesive. The longer the stickers remain on the eggs, the more adhesive is on the egg. And so, again, you can use your paper towel with the oil and rub it over to help to remove the rest of the adhesive. Here you can see the difference that we got from a yellow egg over dyeing it in orange. Another thing that I enjoy doing is making a polka dot egg, and you can see one here. The way I did this was using the reinforcements and actually a paintbrush. I know it seems a little arduous, time-consuming, but maybe you've just got some time on your hands and you want to have some fun and end up with a cute egg. With each different dye color you choose to use, you should use a clean brush. It doesn't take much dye, and it doesn't really take all that much time. You just need to give it a few minutes to set up. I do have, though, some that are already dry. Let's peel them off and show you the polka dot egg. And again, when the egg was fully finished, I would use the oil to help to remove the rest of the adhesive. It brings out the dots. This one just happened to start as a white egg, but you get the idea. Polka dot egg. I thought you might also enjoy learning how to make a sponge painted egg. For this, I've torn a piece of natural sea sponge, and I have just a couple of drops of dye. We'll just select any egg. These yellows ended up sort of mottled in the dyeing process, so we'll start with that. You don't need much on this at all, you can see. Tamp off a little bit, and then just go for it. And the mottling on the egg's original yellow coat not only doesn't show, but it adds a nice dimension to the sponge painting. Allow this to dry. You don't want to handle it too much while it's wet because you will be red. Then you can turn it over and do the other side. Let's check on the progress of the pink egg. Now you can see, while it doesn't look pink or red, it is certainly darker than it went into the dye bath. I know it's not quite dry, and normally I would suggest that you wait until it's fully dry. Oops. It's a nice result. Well, I hope you'll join us again for Quality Girl Time. Thanks so much for coming today. Miss Duval, if you're out there, I salute you.